No Kolisi. No Etzebeth. No Pollard. This is a Springbok team under 30 years old only. Be honest. Does this team still beat the best teams in the world? Every player in this squad is under 30. No legends. No experience merchants. This is about the future. Let's see if this team is good enough. Starting in the front row, we have Steenkamp at loose head. Still 28, and honestly, after Ox, he's probably the best loose head in the Springboks right now. His scrummaging is rock solid, and his work rate around the park, especially in defense, is top-notch. Next up, Johan Grobbelaar at hooker. Also 28, and despite the Bulls having a tricky URC season, he's been our standout in that position. I think 2026 could be his year to really shine. And at tight head, with both Thomas du Toit and Wilco Louw over 30, I'm going with Ntlabe Kanye. He's a solid performer, and just a few weeks ago against the Sharks, he proved he can hold his own against the mighty Ox. So that's our front row, strong, reliable, and ready for the next era. For the locks, I've got Andre Smith at number 4. He's still building, but I really think he has the potential to become a Springbok in the future. He's shown in the URC that he's reliable in the lineouts, and his work rate around the park is solid. Let me know in the comments. Who would you pick here? At number 5, I'm going with Nortje, and he's my captain for this team. Honestly, do we have a better number 5 than him right now? He's just so consistent in every match, and that reliability is why he wears the armband in my under 30 squad. Starting at number 6, we've got Paul de Villiers. At 23, he's already showing signs of becoming one of the best open-side flankers in South Africa. Man of the match performances in almost every game just shows how consistent this guy is. Definitely my pick at 6. On the blind side, I've gone with Juan Venter from the Lions. He might not be PSD level yet, but he's a solid ball carrier with a very high work rate. Keep an eye on him. I know players like Vincent Chituka and Elric Louw also deserve mention, but for me, we mustn't overlook Venter. He's in fantastic form right now. And at number 8, with Visa over 30 and Cameron Hanekom still out injured, I've picked Evan Roos. Strong ball carrier, very hard to stop near the try line. So, what do you think? Would you start these 3 together? Let's talk halfbacks. At scrum half, with Grant Williams turning 30 in 2026, I'm not picking him here. My under 30 choice is Morné van den Berg. He's already played 5 tests and is familiar with the Springbok setup, which counts for a lot at international level. Other players who definitely deserve a mention are Embroce Papir, who's in really good form right now, and Imad Khan, who I think is a player for the future and one to keep an eye on. At fly half, I'm sticking with Sasha Mngomezulu. He's still a top-class playmaker, and him and Damian Willemse are working really well together in that 10-12 channel. My only concern is his goal kicking. If he can sort that out, I genuinely think he could be a top 3 fly half in the world. Let's hope 2026 is the year that he improves on that. At inside centre, I'm going with Damian Willemse. I know some people prefer him at fullback, but in this team he's my number 12. He gels really well with Sasha next to him, and that 10-12 combination is already working. For me, that chemistry is too good to ignore. At outside centre, I've picked Canan Moodie. This is his preferred position, and his tackling in that channel is solid. He reads the game well defensively and still gives you attacking threat. I know players like Ethan Hooker could also play at 13, but for me, he's more of a winger. Other guys who are in great form and definitely deserve a mention are Henko van Wyk and Lorenzo Julius. But this pairing is my choice for now. Now for the outside backs. With Kurt Lee Arendse turning 30 this year and Colby already well over 30, my left winger is Ethan Hooker. I know most of you will say he's a centre, but I actually think he's very good on the wing. You can always move him into the centres later, or even develop him into a hybrid player, similar to Andre Esterhuizen. On the right wing, I've gone with Sebastian de Klerk. This guy is in serious form right now. He's quick, he's a playmaker, and he's flexible enough to also cover 13 if needed. Only time will tell when he becomes a Springbok, but I really like what I'm seeing. And at fullback, my pick is Tyrone Green. He's currently playing for Harlequins, and honestly, do yourself a favor and go watch him. He's an exciting player, and if he puts together another strong season, I think he should definitely be part of the Springbok system. Other fullbacks that deserve a mention, of course, are Fassi and Quan Horn. Looking at the forwards on the bench, my reserve hooker is Andre Hugo Fenter. He's in really good form for the Stormers and he's already played a test for the Springboks, so there's some international experience there. At loose head, I'm going with Jan Hendrik Wessels. I think he's solid in the scrums and he's already in the Springbok mix. The same goes for Zachary Porthing. He's very much on the radar and gives you good cover at prop. For the lock flank cover, I've picked Ben Jason Dixon. I don't think we've seen the best of him yet, but I've got a feeling he's going to have a big season this year. And then Frankie Horn from the Lions absolutely deserves a spot in this squad. He's been consistently good for the Lions, works hard, and I really feel he's earned a proper chance at this level. Moving to the backs on the bench. At scrum half, I'm going with Imad Khan. Yes, Ambrose Papier is also in good form and has played for the Springboks before, but I honestly think this Khan boy has something special. He's a player for the future, and I really like his upside. For fly half cover, I'm going with Libbok. There aren't many options under 30 right now. You could mention Jordan Hendrickse or even Rudy Mati, but they're not really in great form at the moment. Let me know in the comments. Who would your backup fly half be? And rounding off the squad at 23, I've picked Fassi. He's already in the Springbok system, and he could even start. For me, he just needs to get his confidence back, and hopefully we see his best form again this season. So that's my Springbok matchday 23 under 30 years old. Now I want to hear from you. Be honest. Can this team still beat every country in world rugby right now? Where do you think this team would be ranked by the end of 2026 if this was the core group going forward? And most importantly, who are you picking differently? Drop your changes in the comments. I read them all. If you enjoyed this one, hit subscribe. More Springbok debates coming.